Hey, this is Scotty from FY Realty, the Gifford Group, and My Mutual Mortgage, because I am a licensed lender, loan officer, and investor myself. So today I want to do a quick video about real estate investing because I am actually driving over to one of our rental properties to meet a contractor there. And so it got me thinking. I was talking to a person that's thinking about investing. They've been kind of thinking about it, and so they gave me a call, and we talked for a minute on the phone yesterday. But I thought, hey, let me put this video out online for other people in case they are thinking about that. Just share a little bit of the knowledge that we talked about yesterday, and I thought it might be useful. So, and the reason I love real estate investing is because after doing a lot of reading myself, I found out it's one of the best investments you can make, and helps you grow wealth in other ways you didn't even think were even possible. So let's talk about quickly the first difference. Why I like real estate, because it actually is buying an asset. I can use my money to buy that thing, and it can pay me money back each month. If I live in a house, I can convert it to an asset one day, but it's a liability. If I have a car, it is a liability. I have to pay for it every month. It doesn't really bring me in any money. So an asset, you buy and then it pays you money back. That's what an asset is. So buying rental properties, which can be single family, multifamily, but I'll just specifically talk about single families. So buying real estate can give you 5 great advantages and why I like using it. So the first one is cash flow. That's the first thing everybody thinks about when they talk about buying a rental property. So you can buy a rental property, and then you put someone in there, and then they are going to give you money each month to live in there. And hopefully, if you planned it out right, which you should, and if you're talking to me, you're going to buy a property that is actually going to give you a positive cash flow each month. So you get to put a little money back in your pocket each month. There you go. It's an asset for you. And then you're going to get the second great thing about real estate is appreciation. And like we've seen over the last 100 years, that properties appreciate between 3 to 4% a year on average, right? So last year we saw depreciation's still about 8 or 9%. Before that, we started seeing like 10 and 20%. It's gonna probably be flat this year, but that's averages how they play out. So seeing appreciation over the years. It's how a lot of people make a lot of wealth, by buying something and let someone else pay for it, and that as that thing goes up in value. Appreciation's like how most investors get rich in the long term. Cash flow keeps you alive. And then the number 3 thing is that you actually get to depreciate the property. Although you have an asset, you are actually writing down losses each year, and that's going to be all based off your cost basis of what your cost getting into the property. You get to write that off over 27.5 years, so you can actually take a loss even if you are actually making a positive cash flow. So that's a great thing. That's a great tax benefit you get to have. Number 4 is that you actually get leverage, right? You are able to purchase a property by only putting 25% down, which then is going to increase your cash flow on a cash-on-cash return basis, but it's also increasing your leverage on an appreciation basis. So if you're only seeing 3 to 4% returns on an average, but you're only had to put 25% of that property down, now you've increased your returns fourfold. So you're a 3% return doesn't sound that great, but then if you fourfold it, now it's a 12% return, and now you're getting cash flow, and then you're getting a tax break, right? So it's like all these things compound, and you're actually getting 20 to 30%, year on year returns on your investment. And we're not just usually talking about small returns. Usually it does take money to get into real estate. You gotta have down payment. You probably gotta have good credit. You gotta have showing the bank that you're trustworthy with the money. But a lot of times you don't even need to have a steady job. Like we have things called DCRS loans. You can check that out on the giffordgroup.net. We have talked about those. I did a video on that, where you can actually buy a property without actually having to have a W-2 income. So I bought properties with W-2. I bought properties without W-2 income. So you can do it either way, and I can definitely help you out that way. So I just hope this video is, I'm gonna keep it kind of short. And I'll probably do some other videos about this, but I just want to talk about the benefits of using real estate, and how that and you don't have to have millions of properties to be wealthy. If you using those 4 things where you're getting a 20 to 30% return on your money each year, like that is going to make you wealthy. If you do that 4 times, just 4 times, buy 4 rental properties over the course of your lifetime, that will change your world, right? It doesn't have to be all at once, and it doesn't have to be, you're not going to have to jump from here to the top of the pyramid. You can take the first step, right? So if you are interested, reach out to us at the Gifford Group. We can help you out and meet you out where you're on your journey if you are serious. All right, thanks. Have a good day.